Well, hey, what's up? Now that October was done with a bunch of weird movies, let's review a Crazy Rich movie.
All right. I didn't think it was so bad. It's right there. I had it.
This is one of the movies we have on Blu-ray, so I was like,
I purchased it because I wanted to see it.
Might as well. You didn't rent it first before buying?
No.
You rent before?
Because everybody was talking about it. Hi.
What was that dance movie? Or that ballet movie that was earlier, that we reviewed earlier this year? No, it's not In America, it's,
whatever.
The Company.
Oh, yeah.
People talked about that one, that's why you got it. Hold on a second,
We rented it, didn't we?
Nope, we bought it.
Huh. Yep. But I wouldn't mind seeing this twice. The Company, no.
Didn't even want to say it the first time.
No.
Film Brain had a good comment about this during his Hangover 2 review, but it is true. Almost every year there's usually that film that breaks out as like a hit comedy of the summer that gets glowing praise and almost critical admiration. Bridesmaids, which I dislike with a passion.
Mm-hmm.
Girls Trip, which I just thought was meh. And this one is Another Case, Crazy Rich Asians.
I think this one is better than those two.
You've admitted you haven't even seen Girls Trip.
I thought I did.
And you didn't.
Oh. Isn't it the one they went down to Miami?
No, they went to like New Orleans.
Or New Orleans, whatever.
You thought it was a sequel to Bad Moms.
I mentioned Bad Moms too. Okay, sorry. Okay, focus.
So, anyway.
Focus.
This movie, it's for me a case of overhypeness, and to use a term from Coastal Radio, anticipantment, where
Anticipantment? You're disappointed while you were anticipating it?
It was so hyped that when I saw it, I was expecting it to be way more incredible than it was.
Okay.
Like, one of the main people in the movie, Awkwafina, she's like in the movie for what? 12 minutes, if that? 20?
She shows up. Okay, she's living there. She invited Rachel to come visit her.
I thought
they were in college
Nick did.
together. No, they were in college together. When she got to Singapore...
I thought Nick invited Rachel.
He did. When and if she got to Singapore, she was supposed to visit her. Okay? So she did. She visited her twice, and then stayed there upset, and then then had a party.
I think something about this movie is maybe there were too many characters.
Well, you have a wedding, and you have a bachelorette, and a bachelor party,
But there were some characters that
an engagement party.
There were some characters that didn't need to be in the movie. Like, did Ronnie Chang and his wife need to be in the movie?
I don't know.
You don't even know who I'm talking about, do you?
No. Is it one of his brothers?
I don't know.
Or no, because his last name is not Chang.
No, Ronnie Chang is a person.
Yeah.
Not the character name.
Himself?
No.
Anyway.
He was the guy who... Oh, dang it, I can't say it without spoiling it because we just saw part 2 recently. He was the guy who... Just talk for a second. Talk for a second!
About what? Okay, so it starts out that Rachel and Nick... Oh, got it. Okay. Yeah, he was not nice. But anyway...
I thought he was fine.
It started out that Rachel and Nick You know, they started dating. He was proud of her. She was in love with him. She was a professor, an economics professor at NYU.
Technically, the movie starts with a family checking into a hotel.
Oh, yes. Okay, Nick's family.
And very exhausted and tired and just wanting a room. We can relate, right?
Yeah.
Like Houston?
Yeah.
Like Houston or... No. When we went to Disneyland, or when we went to Anaheim, we can definitely relate to that, right?
So anyway, Nick and his family, his mother and sisters...
Are loaded.
They went to this hotel in New York City, right? Or some glamorous place, okay?
I thought they went to Singapore.
And it wasn't in Singapore. I don't believe it was.
Oh, maybe it was like London or something.
Yeah. And she was refused a reservation that she had made for one of the suites. So what she did is she called her husband, and then they bought that chain of hotels. So she got the suite that she wanted. She also got the whole hotel. See if those three people are going to be employees anymore.
I thought she just bought the hotel, not the...
She bought 10 hotels with that.
Oh,
what the guy owned. So the owner comes down on the elevator and greets her, and the front desk manager or whatever, and two whatever room stewards or whatever were not treating her well. But then once they found out that she was their new boss, then they treated her a little better. So anyway, they got the room that they wanted, and then...
Cut to blah, blah, blah.
Present day.
Yeah.
And they're sharing dessert or whatever in this coffee shop.
Rachel and Nick, not Rachel and Nick's family.
Yeah. She hasn't met Nick's family yet.
And doesn't know that Nick is... loaded.
Very wealthy. Very wealthy.
Mm-hmm. That's a Ron White reference.
So, all of a sudden, Nick is at this coffee shop or soda pop place or whatever, sharing dessert with her, and then this girl walks by and takes a picture of them, and then all of a sudden it's all over Singapore, New York, the world.
That they're getting married or something, or that they're
Nick
in a relationship.
Is bringing this girl over for the wedding, for his best friend's wedding.
And then she kind of gets little... Is it not shell-shocked, but like star-shocked, amazed when they're like being in like first class
with their own suite on the plane. And she's like, Nick, we can't afford this.
It's like one of those seats that turns into a bed.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that was his family's plane or no.
I don't know, he's got enough money.
I have heard Singapore Airlines is like a really good airline.
Yes, it is.
Have we ever flown them?
No, we haven't.
Okay, well, maybe...
Northwest, Japan Airlines, American, United,
Lufthansa.
Asiana. Lufthansa.
Well,
Delta.
Hopefully we'll feel the need to fly to... We'll need to go on Singapore Airlines. Hint, hint, roller coaster groups.
Oh, excuse me.
So anyway,
Sorry. So here they're getting excited to go to Singapore. She's going to meet his family, and they're going to go to his best friend's wedding.
Meanwhile, his best friend...
They meet up.
The other couple, I don't remember.
They meet up at the
No,
airport.
I was gonna reveal something.
Oh.
Because they talk about it like half an hour in or 40 minutes in, that he's having, not Nick, but Nick's friend is having an affair, even though he's getting married to that girl.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. We'll have to rewatch it.
She mentioned it to a woman that Nick's friend was having an affair.
Astrid's husband was having an affair and mentioned it to her at the beach when they buried the fish.
No, it was in a hotel room. Or it was in one of the rooms in the mansion for the party.
I don't remember that. Anyway, I'll have to rewatch it again.
So,
So anyway, the other couple that's getting married, and they go to this vendor eating place where they can eat whatever they want.
It's pretty much like an open market food court.
Yeah. And so they get all this food and they're eating and everything, and then they have to the next day go to his grandmother's house.
And his grandmother's house is pretty much Hearst Castle, basically.
Yeah. It's kind of huge, and it's way back in the tropical forest, whatever you want to call it. Tropical.
It's what I imagine. Like the Grand Floridian at Walt Disney World looks like.
Maybe.
You have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do. The hotel, the Grand Floridian, because it's got the pillars in the front and everything.
And it's like very big. I'm not talking about like the one where the monorail goes through.
Because the monorail doesn't go through the Grand Floridian.
Okay, anyway. Just wanted to make sure you knew what I was talking about. So
Okay.
anyway,
So the grandmother comes, and they're all there to view this flower that blooms 1 to 2 hours once a year, and then it closes and it's gone.
Okay.
So she gets to meet her grandmother. Her grandmother says, oh, she has a beautiful face and her nose. And
That was later.
that was at that party, wasn't it? Or was that when they were doing one
Dumplings.
Dumpling.
That's when she had mentioned the affair. So anyway, let me make sure. Can we skip to where they have bachelor and bachelorette parties?
Sure.
Okay, so they have a bachelor and bachelorette party, and please, Hollywood, never have a bachelor party if your movie is rated PG-13. Because that's annoying, in my
They
opinion.
didn't show anything. Just girls in bathing suits.
Why do you think I'm annoyed?
Yeah.
And what's really weird, MPAA, which you've been weird too long, is that you can't show... 1 second, folks.
No.
Well, okay,
Chest.
fine. I'll say boob. Is that you can say you can say terms for boobs, but you can't show them. Honestly, what is the difference at that point? Because in this movie they said, like, her boobs are so small, has she ever considered plastic surgery? And in the meanwhile, Ken Jeong is also in this movie, pretty much. He's a toned down Ken Jeong.
Really?
Well, compared to like the Hangover films.
Okay.
Probably the most toned down was him probably in Scoob, where he voiced...
Let's concentrate on this so we can get moving here.
Where he voiced Dynomutt.
Look at the time, okay?
What do you mean? This is live.
I know it's live.
But anyway, so he launches fireworks from this ship barge, or tries to set off fireworks.
And Nick's friend.
He launches fireworks into the ocean, pretty much.
Yeah. So Nick and
what was that?
His best friend.
I noticed like a flash.
I don't know. They got off. They didn't want anything to do with this party anymore. So they got off and they were on this little fishing boat like thing.
And then for the bachelorette party,
they went all on a shopping spree, and then they went to the spa.
this is Kay's and JJ's dream.
It is not.
Well, a
Oh,
two-part
man.
dream of a shopping spree, unlimited, all-you-can-buy shopping spree. And then, spa day.
Yep.
Now that is definitely a you and JJ day.
Okay, so then after the day, they were having dinner and drinks out at the beach.
And no...
And then
Astrid... you're forgetting something.
Astrid came, and they went to her room.
You're forgetting... That happened before the beach.
No, they buried the thing at the beach.
What happened before the beach?
What?
There
At spa
was
day?
there was the dead fish with the blood
Yeah, that was in the evening.
before they went to the beach.
The
They were
others-
burying
Oh,
it
they
at
were-
the
okay.
beach.
She found it after the spa. She found it in her bed. Okay, and then they took the fish and buried it in the sand at the beach. Okay?
Did you watch this movie?
Yeah, and then Astrid told her that her husband was having an affair.
It might have been again, but she did mention it earlier that she had an affair. And it said, like, catch this, you gold digging.
Person. So then Astrid was by her side, and then they got along, and they had a moment, and
The cops!
okay, then they get back for the wedding day.
I know a good spot to end it. And then Astrid reveals to her fiancé that she knows about the affair and that
Her husband, they have 3 children. Astrid is married to him.
I thought they were getting married.
No, they were married.
Oh, God.
Did you watch this? Anyway.
Not as well as you did.
Anyway.
And then he gets out of the limo. And we're not going to tell you anything else about this movie.
Oh, wow. You probably already saw it.
Yeah, I guess if you want to see what everyone's been talking about, sure, go ahead. If this movie was more of like a, I don't know, maybe if this movie was more of like a cult hit, I don't know. I'm one of those, I'll be a jerk and say I don't understand why this movie got such critical praise and appeal. I have a theory as to why, but I'm not gonna say it on YouTube or Twitter or Facebook or wherever I post this.
That's good.
If we had rented this, would you have wanted this on Blu-ray?
I don't know. Probably not. But I will watch it again since I've got it.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe
Anyway.
JJ would want to watch it. Or maybe she's already seen it. I don't know. Anyway.
What the heck, let's do a part 2 of Asian actors, where, join us next time, where we take a look at another movie from our DVD collection. Bye!
Bye-bye.